Hey everyone, so I wanted to film a quick flip. It might not be quick because I'm feeling kind of chatty and I'm actually going to walk through things that I have here. All of my kiddos are at school, so I feel like I can just kind of take this easy, not feel rushed, and kind of go through my thought process on my planners and what I am currently using. So, in my last video, which was a month ago, I had shown my Stalogy, I think I'd showed my Foxy Fix, and the Hobonichi Cousin. I'm going to kind of go over all of this and tell you where I'm kind of sort of at. So, as you can see, I have a FILOFAX Malden. This, honestly, just came about a few days ago, and I just kind of finalized how I have everything. It's taken me a couple of days to do so because I had this thought in my head of what I was going to do, and I know that everyone wanted to flip immediately because, well, that's how I am too. But I wasn't settled. Like, I didn't feel settled. I felt like my dividers were weird. I felt like I had too many things that were the wrong size, and I needed to like figure it out. So it's only been like 3 days, but I feel like I have everything where I want it to be. But before I go into this, so if you want to skip ahead through all this because you don't care, yeah, you totally can. I won't be offended. So I'm going to start here. I absolutely adore this planner. I talked about it in my last video. This is my Stalogy cover. It is a B6 hand-stitched leather tee cover. She is on Etsy. I believe I linked her shop on my last video. I'm not 100%. I will eventually get links for some stuff here. And I love this cover. I think it's such a, oh my God, let me talk about this first. I explained this in one of my Insta story lives saying that it felt like an old man. I'm like, this does not feel like an old man. I don't even know what an old man feels like. But anyway, I did get a good chuckle out of myself. And I just said chuckle. What is wrong with me? Anyway, I did get a good laugh after I said that, but it's just, anyway, so it's that really, really like lived in, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's just an amazing cover. So if you can get your hands on one of these, you must. They're just beautiful. Her shop, I've only ordered once from her. This was a secondhand that I purchased, and currently I bought my A5 size for this, which I'm not even using right now, but I bought my A5 size December 17th at like 5:40 in the morning. You have to like be on because she's in the Ukraine, so she's on Ukraine time. And yeah, so I know a lot of other people ordered at like 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. So I really don't know any other like quick way to get one other than set an alarm clock for like 3 a.m. So if you Google the name of her shop, it is Hand Stitch Leather Tee. It is all one word, and it pops up because her shop's on vacation. So you can't go to Etsy and search her. How I had this broken down, I talked about this on my last one, so I won't really dive into that too much, is I had this tabbed from November until June 2019. So November 2018 to June 2019. And I basically made myself a little like reference page at the beginning of each month. So if there was anything that I was going to have to put on my monthly, I could do so. Okay, but then I decided to add some pages. And what I did here was I drew these out. All you do is you like measure over the boxes. You can't really see it well, but they are dot grid. Sorry if that just made everyone dizzy. So they are dot grid, and I just, took a moment and wrote all these out all the way to June. This I intended to use for my workouts, which you'll see I am using it in here for workouts. And then I decided to do a habit tracker. Already failed at that. I'm just not good at habit trackers. I mean, I do the things that I do, and I don't know. And then we get into January, and I've used it for a few days. And then I was just getting the itch. I was taking notes on The Bachelor. And then, is it weird that it's probably weird that I'm like laughing to myself, but I feel like I'm talking to you guys, so we'll just go with it. In the back here, I had a Christmas shopping list for my kids. And yeah, this really works. I mean, honestly, if I'm going to do any sort of bullet journal style, this is my go-to right here, the Stalogy. And I can just pick this up. So say in March, I'm like, you know what? I'm over rings. I just want to pick this up. I can. And then I can utilize those other pages for something else or whatever. But anyway, so this is my go-to, if out of anything else. Then there's this. I left you guys off on my last video saying that this is what I was going to use for 2019. But there was a couple things. I had it in that gallon leather cover that I got on... Sorry, oh, I really wish I could find my tripod, but I let my kids play with it. So unfortunately, you guys have to bear with the shakiness. And my phone's gonna die. So I might have to come back. But I left you off on my last video saying that I was going to use this. I had it in my... Or I did not have it in the cover yet, but I do have pictures of that on my Instagram. It's a gallon leather cover. It's very beautiful, but holy moly, it's heavy. It's heavy, and it definitely adds bulk. So that's why I had ordered this cover in A5 size for this, and I'm keeping both of them. I know so many people are going to ask me for it, but I'm totally keeping both of them. Don't trust myself not to change. So, and they take forever to get, and they're so hard to get. So we'll see. Maybe months from now I'll think differently, but... So I have some vinyls on the front of this, and what I was intrigued by with this planner is that it's how I plan. It's monthly, weekly, daily, and the layout is great. However, during the summer, I never use weeklies. I never use them because I'm out either playing with my kids. They don't really do they don't do the like summer camp stuff. We just go to the lake and we go to the beach and we have a lot of things planned and we go camping. So I don't need a weekly. And the majority of this book is weekly. Well, I shouldn't say the majority, but the weekly pages, I mean, they're just a little overwhelming to me, especially if I'm not going to be using them. And I struggle to plan vertically. I don't like looking at this. I don't know. Although in here, it's just so much more downsized because I just don't need all the space in between. So it has the monthlies, which I did. I never got to using this yet. And then it has the monthlies that I did have them all filled out. And you guys, this is quite a bit bigger. Oh, it doesn't look it, but it is. A5 versus personal is pretty big difference. And then it goes to all those weeklies. And I love this paper though. And then it has dailies, and I didn't even use it. Some people said to use this as a journal, but I am going to be real with myself. I am just like one of those occasional journalers. I don't keep up with it, unfortunately. And then the back page has just like a pen test, and I just didn't use it. So that's that. And then we get into the FILOFAX and where I am currently at. So what ended up getting me into this was just walking through Staples, and I'm like, you know, let me go take a look at all their planners that I don't need because I have a planner. And then I saw it. There was one package left of the Franklin Covey compact size inserts. And let's face it, sometimes Staples has some really ugly inserts. Like they have the daytimer ones that are green. They're like all green. And even last year when I looked at Franklin Covey inserts, they weren't the prettiest. Like I didn't like them. But this time they were really pretty. They're like, you'll see them. But then I was like, oh great, I need a binder for them. What am I going to use? I knew that I could use like my sugar mochi, but I wasn't in the mood to use a pink planner. And then I was like, well, I can't use my personal rings in the salt from Foxy Fix because the inserts would stick out. So what was funny is I brought that I had that FILOFAX with me in my car. Not FILOFAX, excuse me, my Foxy Fix. And sure enough, the like lady let me try them in there. And they were sticking way out. So I was texting with one of my girlfriends and she's like, Carrie, use the Malden. And I'm like, the Malden will work? She's like, yeah, they shouldn't stick out too far. And they don't. So, well, you can kind of see my tabs. But as long as you have the Franklin Covey inserts in the back, or you can, I don't know, you'd have to like manipulate it a little bit if you're going to have them further up in the front. But, oh my God, I'm rambling. Okay. Anyway, so I just have a bunch of stuff in the front. I did not make it look cute. I just threw some stuff in there because, quite frankly, I don't know what I want in there. I just have one of these Foxy Fix dashboards with a couple of pictures that I love. This is, it was a teacher appreciation. No, not teacher. It was the hospital staff appreciation party. And My poor husband had to work, but my kids had a great time because they were able to play some games and win some plastic prizes that they did not need, but whatever. This was Remy's birthday party day. Oh, they look so cute in that picture, and they all smiled. And then, yeah, so here, this is kind of front and center things that I need to look into, which are suits for my boys and dresses for the girls. My brother is getting married in June, and we are all in the wedding, so we need to start looking into that. This, I believe this vinyl, this was like a C. Amy Draw. This was a long time ago. So it was a C. Amy Draw vinyl, and I don't know who printed it for me. Maybe Erica G. I don't know. This was a picture that I took, intended for Christmas cards. Christmas cards did not happen, you guys. This is the third year in a row that I've set up. No, yeah, third year. I still have my 2015, my 2016. No, I skipped 2016. My 2015, 2017 Christmas cards in the boxes. All the addresses on the cards just sitting in a box. So it didn't happen this year either. I'm so bad. And so many people send me cards, and I love getting cards, but I'm so bad at sending them. So anyway, these were pictures that I took of my kids outside after we built our little fort. I don't know if you guys want to know all this stuff, but whatever. I'm just rambling. So we just built our fort. We had a snow day. This I was using for my cycle, but I quit that in September. So it's not dated, so I can totally just come back up here and start it this month. I found these little exercise things. Hold on, is that over here? No. Well, I did have another one in here somewhere. That is just a medication tracker thing. And then my kids' school schedules, doctor's appointments. This was just part of the insert from Annie Plans. It's one of the inserts in there. And then this is a medication tracker from So Much Crafting. And thankfully we haven't had to do any medication. And then behind that I have the So Much Crafting kids inserts. To, like, if they have a doctor's appointment, I can make a little note as to what it was for. This is just where I stick sticky notes. And then this was in my Virgo and paper order. And it was just, I don't know, it was cute, so I put it in there. This is when we went to a Dartmouth hockey game, which was a lot of fun. Oh, so this was personal section. Didn't even say that. And then this is my notes. So here I kind of have some things that I like to do yearly, which are clean out under the sinks, medications, baseboards. I like to do those twice a year. Clean the oven twice a year. Closets. I like to go through the closets quarterly because if I don't, it's just a hot mess. Touch up the walls, like anywhere that my kids have like thrown a freaking Nerf gun or something at the wall. So I like to touch them up. Curtains, they get super dusty. Who knew? So I like to clean those. Wipe down all the doors. Magic eraser is my best friend in this house. Let's see. Change pictures and picture frames. That is something I need a reminder because I just never remember to do it. And then you'll come in my house and see pictures from like 10 years ago. And then write a yearly letter to my kids. This is something new that I wrote down and that I want to do. So I'm going to start it this year. Well, next year. I plan on writing 4 letters to them for last year. And basically just kind of writing a little note to them about how their year went, something like that. Wishful thinking. I'm hoping to do that. I'm hoping to do that. This I just typed up in Pages on my MacBook, and I just chose a pretty font. This is like the moon something, I can't remember. And then just a bold font. And basically this is my ideal schedule for cleaning my house. I tend to be the type of person who crams it all into 2 days. Like I'll do a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Sunday. And I just go from room to room to room because basically what happens is I'll say, hey, I'm going to vacuum, mop, and organize my laundry room. But hey, I'm already doing the laundry room, so I might as well do the kitchen too. So then that just screws everything up. So I kind of just wing it, and whatever I can get done, I usually just get done. This is an Annie Plans printable. And on this, I'm just using it for my inbox. I'm actually not, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I'm going to do something. Maybe track headaches. I do get headaches, but they're typically cycle related, so I don't usually track them. And then this is my inbox. So basically, my car tax bill is due this month. Had to pay our oil bill. Kohl's. Let's talk about Kohl's for a second. I get 30% off coupons in the mail because, you know, you open their card and then you get the perks of having their card or whatever. But then they make you use their card in order to use your 30% off coupon. So I don't give them any interest. I literally use that card so that I can get that 30% discount, and then I pay. Usually I pay right at the register when they let me. Like, you can use your Kohl's card and then immediately pay it off with your debit card, which is pretty nice. My mortgage statement, I always like to view that every month. And then my iHeart plan. So my blog, which is totally slacking, my renewal is coming up. Then we get into my workouts. This is an Annie Plans workout, or not workout, it's an Annie Plans pullout. And it comes with 5 years. So from 2018 and up, so for 5 years. So you can individually print them. And basically what I'm doing is, so W is for weights, E is for elliptical, again, so weights, and then the line through here is when I don't work out, and then I ski as well, so yeah, and then I just kind of have like a guide over here as to what, even though I know, whatever, and then I have my 5K plus, so I can do like anywhere from 5K to 9,999 steps. And it's going to be pink, anything over 10K, anything over 15K. And I just color code it right there. And then I have a couple of workout things and my measurements right there. Here I have podcasts. I am way into true crime, you guys. I watch true crime everything. Investigation Discovery is like my BFF. Here are projects. These are things that we have completed around our house or improved, things that we still need to do. And then books. I'm not a big reader. I blame that on, well, I shouldn't say blame, but I think the biggest part about me not being a big reader, like at night, is because I fall asleep. I mean, I have 4 little kids and it's hard to stay awake. So I do want to start making a list of books that I do want to read. And then I just have some other, just kind of personal notes that I'm going to skip over. Here, I was watching Brandy Michelle's video, and this is not supposed to go there, whatever. So top meals. We have tons of meals. I shouldn't say tons. We have a good amount of meals where it'll be nice if I wrote them out, and so it'd be nice to meal plan that way. Sorry, I was showing stuff that I don't want to show. And then that is the end of my notes section. I just have like how many times our plow guys come, and then back here I just have another Annie Plans printable that I'll skip over. It's just, actually I can show you this side of it. It's just your bills. You just write your bills down. Not like my bills or anything fancy, but you just write them down on that. So I don't really have a finance section. And then this comes with the planner. And I just put some pictures. This was one of my favorite pictures of my kids 2 years ago, 4th of July. This picture I love of my husband. We were just sitting out on the back deck. And then we get into my planning section. So these are Blooms by Franklin Covey. They are personal, compact. You will not fit these in your Foxy Fix binder. There are many other binders they won't fit in either, but for some reason the Malden is a little bit more forgiving. So I just have my return address, Lila's school schedule, because she's always asking me, do I have PE today? This is just where our vacations are going to go. This was what I was using for inbox, just so that I could keep that, so that can actually go. Here, I just keep anything time sensitive, like when my kids have dentist appointments, doctor's appointments, skiing, soccer, etc. And then these are the week on 2-page inserts that came with the FILOFAX. And what I plan to do is write out my workouts on here, and maybe like what I eat during the day. I've been pretty bad about jotting things down, but there is today that I need to do. So I put the 4 weeks in the middle here. And this comes with a couple of great index pages, because at the end of the month, I'll take all these dailies out. But if there was anything that was worth noting, because I plan on keeping the monthlies in, I can just jot it on these. And then it's just a day on 2-page. So what I like about this is you have your time slots, you have your important things you need to get done, and then you can do more list over here. You can journal as well. There was nothing going on that day because it's Saturday, although we did have skiing, like grocery shopping list, and I just scratched things off. And then this was this week, and this is yesterday, and this is today, and I have a list of things that I need to get done. This page marker I've had a really long time, so I went ahead and I have the whole 30 days in there. And then you jump into February, and it has this index page, and I just wrote at the bottom that I need to schedule Otto's vet appointment. And then you jump back in here, and I have my husband's schedule, and I know this is probably going to drive people crazy, but I am using blue ink and black ink, but primarily blue ink now. But it's been a slow transition, so it's okay. It doesn't bother me. And then I have those weekly pages. 30 days of dailies, or not 30, 28, whatever. And then the majority of my monthlies. So monthlies at a glance. And then back here, I just have an online order purchase tracker thing. And then Violet drew that picture for me. I just have some pretty paper. And then back here, I have some sticky notes and my bank checkbook register. So that is how I track like the debits and credits of our account versus having it in insert form in my planner. And that was, yeah, I feel like this was like the most detailed I've ever gone through a planner. And by inbox, just so you guys know, this is inbox stuff. So instead of carrying this around inside my planner, this just sits on my kitchen counter or I have this like little planner nook in our kitchen. And this stuff just sits on there. So instead of carrying it, I write it out on my inbox. And then, yeah, and then I'm able to see at a glance what I need to take care of. And then just to show you this real quick, I have my pen pouch. I love mild liners. Right now you can get them at Michael's. They're $1.99 each. I at one point owned all like 3 packs of them. But again, I let my kids play with them. So I went and bought myself quite a few at, well, not quite a few, but I bought 5 of them at Michael's yesterday. And then I have my little AirPods, which I talked about these on my Insta story as well, and I love them. But other than that, guys, I wanted to kind of give you an update. This video is probably quite lengthy, so any questions, obviously comment below. And if you want to subscribe, feel free. You'll be notified when I put another video up. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.